Good evening, it's Vandalyn Smith here, coming to you live from Birmingham, Alabama. And I wanted to do a follow-up video from last night. Last night I did a video talking about keeping your thoughts and your mind in check. And I wanted to do a follow-up because I realized that pieces of that video was very choppy, and I think it was because of my phone. The battery was low. So a lot of the message was being chopped up, so you really couldn't understand everything that I was saying. But I wanted to follow up and say, like I was saying in the video, I was listening to some 80s and 90s music, which I call old school music. I was listening to that and I started thinking about my childhood, and I started feeling like, man, I wish that I could go back to those days where I was carefree and, because now, I'm an adult and blah, 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 blah. And I had to immediately stop myself. And I had to realize and just give gratitude and be thankful. Thankful, number one, that I did have an awesome childhood. I had an awesome childhood. I didn't have any worries. I had a loving family. I had loving friends. And, so many people, there are so many people that didn't have that. So I had to immediately come out of the woe is me and the depression state and stop thinking about how bad I think life is today. Because the truth of the matter is, everybody is not so fortunate to be in the situation that I had. So it made me think about how I used to always think negatively, and how I used to just allow my thoughts to spiral out of control, and I would end up into a state of depression. And so I just want to encourage you to keep your thoughts in check, keep your mind in check. And I was mentioning the anchor, and here's the bracelet that I was mentioning. This is the my chakra bracelet, and this was my anchor. So whenever I would start to spiral into a negative mindset and start having negative thoughts repeatedly, I would look down at my bracelet and it would remind me, no, you need to be gracious and grateful for what you have. And I would immediately turn my thoughts into gratitude. And so that's what I'm encouraging you to do, because if you continue to think negatively all your life, you're just going to end up with a negative life. And you wonder why, nothing good is happening for you. And I just want you to just consider your thoughts. There's so much going on in our world right now, with the hurricanes, the storms coming, and, there are so many people that are they're just in a panic mode. They don't know what's going to happen. And, hold on one second, sorry. Yeah, they don't know what's going to happen. They don't even know if the people that are evacuating don't know what type of impact this storm is going to have on their home. They don't even know if they're going to be able to return to a home. And then, the people in Houston, the situation in Houston, where so many lives were affected by that storm. And, it's just so much going on that, you're just grateful for every moment. And that's what I had to remind myself. And you have to just be grateful. Be in the moment and be grateful for being alive. And not allow yourself to get into a state of depression over things. No matter what they seem like, you just have to find a way to think positive. And thinking positive will allow your mind to bring into fruition positive things into your life. Because the key to it is you have to visualize the type of life that you want. See, previously I had it backwards. I'm thinking that once I have the thing that I want, then I'll be grateful for that thing. But no, you have to actually be grateful for the things that you want, and you have to visualize that thing before you have it. So if you're having trouble thinking positive and you find yourself spiraling into a depressive state, Get you something like an anchor, and you know, like this bead bracelet, or you know, it could be anything to remind you. Get out of that road. Sorry about that. Get something to remind you that you're thinking negative, and start to snap back and bring your thoughts back to the positive thoughts that you should have, and the gratitude that you should have. I invite you to take the 7-day mental diet. The 7-day mental diet will help you transform your thoughts. It's a 7-day process where you're to think positively and have no negative thoughts for 7 days in a row. If you have a negative thought, you know, if you're during the diet, if you have a negative thought, you have to start over with day 1. And it's a pretty cool thing, and it's a very it's very challenging, but it's very rewarding, and it helped me out a lot. I'm gonna put a link to that diet in the comments if you want to get that free diet. You can go to vandalinsmith.com/mental diet and put in your information, and I'll send that diet right out to you. This is Vandalyn Smith, and I hope that you received some value from this video. If so, please share it, like, comment, share with other people. And if you're not following this page, please click the like button and subscribe to the updates. This is Vandalyn Smith, and I'm signing out, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a good night.